Gators will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here comes the offense on first down. To the air. It's Beck. He's going to take a shot right away. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. He's at the 30. Running inside the 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, does it get any better than that? Creating a turnover on the very first play of the game. You talk about doing this all week, and you talk about, we can beat this team. We're going to go out there and execute. And to do it, the first snap, belief, climbing through the roof, baby.
What a play by the defender there, guys. In his own end zone, the offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
It's complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Absolute shank. Missed it. After the miss, no change in the score. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. Finally pulled down, but not before moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Beck. All alone, he's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
Well, the tight end's trying to work the middle of the field. Nobody even close to him in coverage. It's not going to get any easier than that for the quarterback. That's an easy first down.
They're just marching it and already threatening in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. They get to him as he throws. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I think that shows you the experience of the quarterback there. His primary target wasn't open, so he didn't panic. Even though he was getting hit, he was still able to find his check down and find some positive yards.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting a run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal.
Get set, get set.
Looking to throw on 3rd. He wants it all. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hawkins. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Gators sending the offense back to work. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
And these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
He'll bring it out. It's Hawkins. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's caught downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Got his man to the left. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Lagway. Using his legs to buy some time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
That's just not the start you're expecting to see from this guy. Obviously, it's a big game. There's a lot of pressure. The crowd is loud, but we've seen 2 drops in the first quarter from this guy. He's got to crank it up.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Now the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. On the move at the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
He's back to throw on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. David, as a Georgia legend, when I say Florida, what comes to mind?
Ugh. I mean, that's the easiest question you've asked me yet. I mean, there's nothing that I ever liked or enjoyed about the Florida Gators, just playing in that rivalry. You know, it's not a neutral site, by the way. It's in Jacksonville, Florida. Like, that's not neutral. It's way closer to Florida. It's way closer to Florida fans. But this rivalry, I'm telling you, every single year, that was the #1 team you wanted to beat.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And this one only 35 yards out, but not straight away. This one from the left hash. Not a chance. Missed it. Guys, a missed field goal, and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game.
I wonder if mechanically something is off with this kicker. That's now his second missed field goal of the day. And guys, we've got almost perfect conditions to kick the football. I'm not sure what's going on.
Makes the grab. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a man, it's back. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this series that mean so much.
Yeah, we talked to the Gator.
Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Fires on the move. On target over the middle. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. This is a great way to control tempo, control the game, feeding the tight end, and they've done it beautifully here in the first half.
You find great matchups, Reese. I mean, you think about it. He's too good to be covered by linebackers. You like your matchup versus a safety, so zone or man, whatever you want to do, I'm going to find the big fella because he's going to be open most of the time.
On second down, looking again to throw. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
We've just seen in this game, the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick.
Going for the big play. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's loose down the middle. Touchdown, Georgia! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
And he puts through the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it first down at the